Hey, so what's up guys? Joseph Fountain here, and welcome back to the Get Smart channel. Thanks for tuning in once again, and today I have another review, I have another tutorial, walkthrough, take a look at behind the scenes, whatever you want to call it, on this company called Newchip, which is a new company. Now, I'm excited about this because for a very long time, I have always wanted to be able to invest into small businesses, startups, pre-IPOs, and things like that. But in the recent years, the last maybe 2-3 years, it's become available for the average person who does not have millions of dollars to invest to be able to partner with companies who may not have the know-it-all, or they may not have the connections, they may not be able to get to the people who do have the millions upon millions of dollars, but they're able to come through platforms like Seed Invest and micro ventures and things of that nature, where there are companies that allow you to bring your business or your idea to the marketplace and ask for investors, and you can offer, whether it's merchandise or if you're offering a percentage of the company, whatever it is that you offer, right? So this is pretty awesome to me because Newchip is a marketplace for that. So they are like partnered with all of the companies that do the the crowdfunding, the equity crowdfunding, where you can invest into a company. Because normally the way it's worked in the past, in recent years, you had to have a lot of money to be invited to that meeting, to sit down at the table with major corporations that we know of today, before in order to even have the ability to invest. But you have to have the money. So real quick, before we look into Newchip, let's take a look at some of the terms that we're already familiar with, like angel investing and venture capitalists. So when you hear about startups, or if you've heard about startups, especially in the past, you probably heard these words: angel investor, venture capitalist. So angel investor is basically someone who has, like, their net worth is pretty high, it's an individual, and they may have like $1 million plus net worth, type of thing. The amount of money they make per year, takes into account the concerns of angel investor and stuff like that. And basically all it is they're donating or they're investing large amounts of money to help someone start their business or grow their business, or to own a piece of the business as well. But then you look at venture capitalists, it's like a firm, it's like a group of people, and they're helping to invest in businesses, but they're looking for high profits, so forth and so forth. So we're familiar with these ways to invest into small businesses and startups and things like that. But now, thanks to all these different platforms, including Newchip, now as an individual, you're able, and you have those same capabilities to be able to invest into a startup and a small company, which I think is absolutely great. One of the things I want to also talk to you about is risk. So when you are investing in a small business, a startup, a venture, an idea, you do not know exactly what the future holds for that. Now, of course, we want everyone to succeed in their businesses and succeed in their ventures, their ideas, whatever it is that they're doing. We want them to succeed. I mean, of course, we want them to win. However, it's just not the reality that 100% of everyone who has startups win, who has a small business, who's asking for investments, that it goes forth, that it moves forward. It's just not the reality. So knowing that, you have to assume the risk, and assuming the risk means that you have to take into account that it may not ever go anywhere, that you may lose your money, that you may not gain much. You want to have that thought. Even though you may feel like you found something really good, keep in mind, you don't have any control over that. You have control over the amount of money that you decide to invest. So no matter what you think, no matter what it looks like, just have in the back of your mind, or even in the front of your mind, there's a possibility that it will not work out, Okay, and so in knowing that, that means that you don't want to put all of your money, all of your extra money into any investment unless, now I can't tell you what to do, but my advice would be not to do it. All right, so you want to take a small percentage of your money to invest in things like these small startups, okay? So that way you have some protection, and like I said, you know, you can have a certain amount that you invest each month, and that's your safe, you know, your safe amount that you invest, that if nothing happened and you lost all your money in an investment, that it would be okay. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just the way things work. Even if you were to start a business, you know, the world could change, and all of a sudden the business that you have becomes, you know, pretty much obsolete. So those are the possibilities. So always have that in mind. Do your own research. Make sure you learn about what you're investing in. Never be that type of person that doesn't understand or don't know what they put their money into. Don't do that. But take the time and to really learn about the risk and the company and everything that you are getting yourself involved in. Okay? Cool. So what makes Newchip so special, and any other company that does this, is that it can take a company that has the potential to grow, and they're able to just bring their idea to the marketplace. And so Newchip is the marketplace, and as we take a look inside, you'll see that, you know, they have literally partnered with just about every single company, which I think is absolutely awesome. So I'm really excited about it because it just puts you in a position to be able to invest, you know, in things outside of just the stock market. Like, there are so many different things that you can invest in, you know, but a lot of times most people are not aware of all these different ways to invest. The stock market is great, and I am an advocate for investing in the stock market and investing into, you know, ETFs, exchange traded funds, and so forth and so forth. But however, I like a little, I don't want to say diversity, but I like some extra options to, you know, just being able to put your money to work. And so for me, this is something that I really have been interested for a long time and have learned about it, far as investing into small businesses some time ago. And so for me, this is an area that I love. So it only makes sense that I would come across this company called Newchip, that's partnered with companies that I've already been connected to. And so when you go into, or you sign up for your portfolio, it doesn't cost anything to open up an account. All right, it's free to open up an account. But once you open up an account, you're going to, you know, come into your dashboard, and here you're going to see we have different categories, and here you can start to see the investments. Right, you start to see how simple and laid out they have it. So now at the bottom here, you see it says via WeFunder. That's another marketplace, right? That's a place where people will go to, you know, put their company, you know, out there to people and be able to take investors. Like this, for an example, this company's raised over $700,000. The minimum investment is $100. You know, it's 128 days left to allow individuals to be able to invest, right? And then you can see this one next to it. This is via Start Engine. This is via Seed Invest. So you can see how they are connected to all of the different companies that allow, you know, individuals to bring their ideas and so forth, or their startup business they've already built, but they just need more funding so that they can expand because they feel like they've mastered, you know, these first steps or what have you, which you'll be able to take a look into each company to see exactly what they offer. But this is just absolutely dope to me. Like I said, and like I always say, in any investment, you want to do your own research. You want to, you know, and just assume the risk. Assume that it's a possibility that I'm going to lose all my money when you're doing something that has that level of risk, and investing in small businesses is. So you can see how simple it is. So let's just take a look at, for example, this company we're talking about here, Legion. Not to promote them, just looking through the site. I have no connection with Legion, but here you'll see you have your video, right? And the video will kind of just talk about basically whatever it is that they're offering. Let's take a look. And so you can see here they're just talking about pretty much what it is that they offer and why they do what they do, and it's in hopes is to present to you a viable reason why you should invest. And then you can find more information here, right? So now if you wanted to see more investment details, you would go to view investment details. So let's go there and see how that works. And so you see what happens is it takes you right into WeFunder, who it's through, and then you're able to get all the information you need here, all the key facts and everything that they have that you would want to see, right? And so you're able to research these companies. You're able to invest. There's a button here. Of course, you would have to attach your account, but it gives you all the information you need. And I think this is awesome. This is definitely something that is now available because of the technology, which I absolutely love. I just love how things have formed out, because before you didn't have access to these things like that. You didn't know about it. Like, how many of you knew about the Uber meeting? Right? Like, if we knew about the Uber meeting and the rideshare idea beforehand, now not going based off of what we know now, but just in general, that just sounded like a pretty good idea. Think about how you would want to put $10, $20 in it, right? But of course they didn't take $10, $20, but I'm just saying that is something that you definitely would have, wanted to be a part, right? So you can see how that works. And even Newchip is up here. You can see Newchip, the company itself, is actually up here too, where you're able to invest in, the company via WeFunder. And this is pretty cool, and you get to actually partake in what they're doing as well. Yeah, this is dope. So just some other things. This is where your portfolio would be at here, where you would be able to add and explore. So whatever it is that you're investing in, you would be able to see all the details here, and be able to see exactly how things are going depending on the particular company. Here you have your deal tracker, which is kind of the same thing, where it just kind of tracks what's going on. It's fairly simple. It's not a whole lot to go through, in this review, but it's just something that I think it's viable for people who are really into investing and they're learning and want to take those risks. They get that option. So here, and every time you go on the page, they give you like a small tutorial or whatnot. But here it just shows you, different things that are available. There's just so many different things available, and you're able to actually, just do your research, man. So I am an advocate for this stuff. I love it. Like I said, there's risks that come with it. They actually have a pretty cool app also that you can take a look at, that's on your phone, which is pretty cool as well. But this stuff, this is something that personally I love. So if you're someone that's in investments and looking for things as well, hey, just check it out. It's a new company. The CEO, he seems pretty cool. He's a fellow Christian as myself, but he has some really strong values about why this makes sense, which I love to hear that story. I've listened to a few of his interviews. His name is Ryan Raffles. I hope I said that right. Check it out, man. And do your research for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you use it or if you never heard of it. Let me know your thoughts on it. Check it out. But it's another tutorial. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you guys have enjoyed exploring the new options that are available for you, where you can now, no matter where you are, if you don't have the millions, still have access to the same strategy and investment strategies that people used to have back in the day, where it just seemed kind of closed off and didn't know what to do. But hope you guys have a good day, and until the next video, as always, peace.